Welcome back, my friends. This is your psychologist, Anadina Alvarez, and I am here to give you the follow up of the last video I gave you because I was going to give you some hints about how to better yourself and work on different areas of your life to have better relationship and connection with others, right? And so here are the things I want you to start having in consideration. I want you to reflect, take some time to reflect, and if you can write down, I always talk about writing things down because I think it's important to clarify. Sometimes if we just have it all in our head, it's not really clear. But once you have them written down, you can actually focus on this on each area and pay attention to each area in detail, and that way you don't miss anything. So the first thing is to reflect on the main areas of your life. Well, that could be work, your marriage, your family, the school, services, whatever areas that you have right now. If you say, well, I don't work, I stay home, well, then your family is your major area. But then you have extended family also, or you volunteer at church, or you do other things. So I want you to look at each area of your life and kind of meditate on it and think about, reflect on those areas to see in which of those areas you have not fulfilled. You're dirty on making sure you are doing what you're supposed to do on each area of your life. And also, this is not just working and doing what you have to do, but are you also not doing what you're supposed to do with the people in those areas? Okay. And you can look at your marriage and see what are the things that you need to work on to make it strong or to make it better. What are the things you're lacking and you're not, and you're supposed to give more time or give more effort. What areas you think you need to are weak and that you need to strengthen those areas. Okay, so looking at the areas, then I want you to write down the patterns. What are the patterns, the recurrent things that you constantly do or repeat that you know you need to stop doing? There's things that sometimes we repeat and repeat and repeat. We repeat the same mistakes over and over again, and you know it's affecting you, but for some reason you keep repeating the same mistakes. So I want you to, once you look at all the areas and write them down, like, okay, work, I have to work on these areas, my family, school, the services. So you already have written down the different areas of your life. Now you're going to look at each one and see where are you that you need to work on, what area specific. That's why writing it down is very important, so you can do it in details. Okay, so now, for example, if you and now you're going to look at the patterns, like what do you do constantly, what do you repeat that you need to stop repeating. For example, if you look at yourself and you feel like you get irritated easily in all the areas, like you're at work and somebody does something that you don't like, you get irritated. You're at home and someone disagree with you and you get irritated. You go to the store and somebody does something, you get irritated. So now you're seeing a pattern of that specific area that you need to pay attention to and work on it so you can improve your character, because this is the whole point of this video, is to have you analyze what areas you need to work on to become that better person, to have a better character. Okay, so now what's the beginning of the character? What are the repairs that we need to face? What are our shortcomings? We need to realize that there's areas that we have to pay the consequences of our actions, and And we always, even if we don't want to pay the consequences of our actions, we still do. A lot of people learn by consequences, and a lot of people learn before they actually make mistakes to and do not pay consequences. So learning prior to your mistakes is where we want to get. Okay. And yes, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes work, but you can get there. You can actually every day work towards not have to pay bad consequences of your actions. Okay. So before you say the word, you actually thought about it and think about it. What I'm going to say, is that rude? Is that mean? Is that going to like, am I going to make someone feel bad? Am I going to offend someone? Am I going to say the right words before you actually say them? Because that way, once you say them, they're gone. You can't get them back. You know, if you call someone a bad name and then you apologize is not going to fix what you already did. Okay. And I'm not saying not to apologize. We're going to get there. It's good. But what we want is we want to work on that character so we don't have to be apologizing every time, because we're messing up and we're making the same mistake over and over again. So the next step is apologizing. So I want you to write down a list of people that you need to apologize. And this might be very hard for many people because a lot of people have a hard time saying sorry. And I am not sure why, because it can, if you accept your mistakes and then you apologize, you feel liberated. You feel like a weight is left off your shoulders. So I'm not really sure or understand why people have a hard time apologizing. It could be that they have a lot of pride, probably. But when you apologize, you feel liberated. You feel like, oh my God, you don't feel this heavy weight on you anymore. So apologizing is one of the things you need to do to work on your character and make it strong. So make the list of people you need to apologize for the mistakes you've done. Okay. Now, once you apologize, sometimes we still have to pay the consequences of the actions we did, even if we apologize. Whether people forgive you or not, that's a totally different thing. But sometimes we gotta go through the consequences of our bad decisions or bad actions, and that's something. A lot of times, I cannot tell you that you're gonna be able not to pay the consequences of your actions because probably 95% of the times you do. So the whole point is not to be regretting what we did, but we actually want to have a better future. We want to build a new future. We don't want to keep making the same mistakes from our past and keep bringing them to our present. We want to make sure we build a new future. How do we do that? Well, we identify the areas that are weak and work towards those areas to make them strong. Okay, to be able to prevent repeating the same mistake in the future. So that's the only way we are going to actually grow in our character, if we stop making the same mistake over and over and over again. And I know a lot of people will say, well, we're humans, we always make mistakes and we're gonna like mess up over and over and over again. And I understand that we are humans and we all make mistakes. But if you come in with that mentality, you're never gonna better yourself. Yes, we're humans and yes, we make mistakes, but the whole point is to not make the same mistake over and over, because we want to learn from our mistakes and not keep repeating them. We're probably going to make new ones, but you know what? Make those new ones also stay in the past. Once you analyze that you made a mistake, you apologize, and then you move on, not making the same mistake over again. That's how you grow on your character. That's how you make your character strong. And trust me, once you start doing that, you're gonna start realizing how your relationships get stronger, how they start how you're going to be able to connect with others better, how other people are going to respect you, how they're going to actually want to be with you and share, their life or their stories with you. So being able to work on your character and build a new future is only in your hands. That's something only you can do. And the first step is accepting our mistakes, being able to accept where we mess up. Once you analyze where you mess up, you can take care of it. If you don't bring all those unconscious mistakes to the conscious, you're not going to be able to work on those mistakes because you don't know where they are. You have no idea, and maybe you made them unconscious. That's why I'm telling you to kind of take the time to analyze and reflect on each main areas of your life. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and share it with others that might benefit from it. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe and make sure that way you turn on the notification so you can get a notice that I'm sending you a new video. So thank you for being here. Once again, from Southern California, your psychologist, Ana Dina Alvarez. Bye-bye.